Hello and welcome to Hopewell's holiday video series funded by Bell Let's Talk. We hope you enjoy today's video.
So with tonight's goal is basically about creating space. So what I mean by that is in terms of our mind and our inner critic. So we all have that internal voice that tends to speak to us, unfortunately more so in a negative way than we'd like it to from day to day throughout our days. So tonight I'd like us to work on creating space between that negative internal voice coming out, creating a little bit of a space for maybe encouraging or discovering more of a positive one, more of a healing voice, a softer, kinder voice to replace it or begin to replace it. Okay, just plant some seeds, start something here tonight. So basically, we're going to work towards creating a space, watching our minds and our thoughts that arise, to notice and become aware of how we're feeling and what our inner critic is trying to tell us. So when that negative voice jumps in, to really try to notice what it's trying to tell us, what we're feeling. Okay. So there's a quote that I'm going to bring up a few times. This one is my favorite, and I like to refer to it all the time. It's by Viktor Frankl. So it is, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Okay, so I find that one super powerful. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. So we're going to work with that a little bit tonight. So once again, just taking what you need, leaving what you don't. Like everyone to just come to a comfortable position, whether you're seated in a chair, on the ground, on your bed, just closing down your eyes, okay? From here, rolling your shoulders back, exhaling, letting the tension slip away from your jaw, from your shoulders, keeping eyes closed, letting yourself simply arrive to this space right now, wherever you are. Keeping eyes closed, we're going to begin to focus on our breath. So as you inhale, feeling your inhale come in through your nose, letting your chest expand, holding here for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and gently exhaling through your mouth for 3 seconds. As you exhale, noticing your chest begin to fall, your shoulders fall. We're going to do that 3 more times. So keeping eyes closed, inhaling, filling up through your nose, chest rising, becoming bigger, expanding, rolling shoulders back, holding at the top, and gently exhaling for a count of 3, 2, 1 through your mouth. Again, inhaling through your nose, feeling your chest expand, maybe down to your abdomen, rolling your shoulders back, holding at the top. This time trying to exhale for 4 breaths. Gently exhaling through your mouth, slowly, deeply for 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. 2 more times. Inhaling through your nose, expanding through the abdomen, through the chest, growing taller, holding at the top. And gently, slowly exhaling through your mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhaling through your nose, feeling your abdomen, your chest expand nice and tall. Holding at the top and gently exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping eyes closed, letting your breath return to normal. Noticing how you're feeling after those deep breaths. Breath work of any kind is amazing to just slow everything down internally, make us feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more calm. Okay. From here, just gonna do a gentle stretch. We're gonna gently open our eyes if you'd like, or keep them closed, whatever feels better. Inhaling, bringing both your arms overhead. And exhaling, bringing both your arms down. Matching your exhale to your arms coming down. Doing this 3 more times. Inhaling, bringing arms up. And exhale gently, slowly through your mouth, letting your arms come down with your exhale. Again, inhaling, arms coming tall, reaching nice and high above your head. And exhale through your mouth, letting your arms fall gently beside you. 1 more time, inhaling nice and tall. And exhale through your mouth, letting your arms come beside you. Gently rolling your shoulders back, opening the eyes, shaking arms out. Okay, welcome. Okay, we're going to continue with a little bit of breath work before we find our papers here beside us. There's a breathing technique that I really like that's called alternative nostril breathing. So for this, we're going to take our thumbs and our ring finger or pinkies, whatever is more comfortable. I'm going to do my thumb and my pinky finger. You're going to take your thumb, gently place it up against your right nostril. From here, we're going to inhale for a count of 4 through our left nostril as we hold down the right one. Hold the breath for 2 seconds at the top. Switch sides. So from here, my pinky comes to the left side. I open up the right nostril and exhale for a count of 6 through the right nostril. Oh, we've just got someone else entering. Hello, welcome. So I'll just explain this breathing technique one more time, just so everybody is clear on what's happening. So we're going to take our thumb and we are going to gently place it against our right nostril. From here, we're going to inhale through the left nostril for a count of 4. Hold the breath at the top. Gently switch. So then you're going to take your pinky, put it over to your left nostril, open up the right one, and exhale for a count of 6 seconds. Once you've exhaled for 6 seconds, we're going to inhale through the right nostril, hold at the top for 2 seconds, switch back over. So now my thumb is on the right side, and exhale for a count of 6 seconds on the left side. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it. Okay. Rolling shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall wherever you're seated. From here, we're going to take our thumbs, place it on the right nostril. Keep eyes open, keep eyes closed, whatever feels better. From here, gently inhale for a count of 4 seconds through your left nostril. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 1, 2. Switching, pinky to left side, and gently exhaling for 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. Staying on this side, gently inhaling for 4 seconds through the right nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding here. And gently exhaling, switching sides, lifting the pinky for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everyone got that? We're gonna keep going. And once you find it at your own breath, you can continue at your own breath, okay? So once again, together, we're taking our thumb, placing it on the right nostril.
From here, inhaling gently for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding at the top. Switching sides, your pinky comes to your left nostril, opening to the right, and gently exhaling through the right nostril for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. From here, gently inhaling for 4 seconds through the right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feeling your abdomen and chest expand, holding the breath 2 seconds, switching sides, thumb comes to right nostril, pinky lifts off left, and gently exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Let's do this 3 more times at our own pace. I'll continue to guide me. Place me on mute if I'm annoying. Placing thumb on right nostril. Inhaling through your left nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding here. Placing your pinky on your left nostril. Gently lifting your thumb off your right nostril. And exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Gently inhaling here through your right nostril, pinkies over your left nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding at the top, gently placing your thumb over your right nostril, switching sides, lifting your pinky off the left, and gently exhaling slowly, deeply for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's bring your hand down, close down the eyes, roll your shoulders back, and just breathe here. Noticing how the body feels, how the mind feels after that breathing exercise. Do not worry if it became confusing, if it was hard to follow. It's just a great technique. We can always try again later to really encourage you to focus on your breathing and to really slow things down. I like to come back to that practice myself if I'm ever feeling stressed or overwhelmed, because you really have to focus on the whole switching sides, which really allows your nervous system to completely calm down, leaving you feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more relaxed. Okay, opening your eyes when you're ready. Okay, so if everyone has a spare sheet of paper, it can be anything, just a scrap piece of paper, it doesn't matter how big. If you don't have one, feel free to go grab one. From here, I'm going to ask that we cut it in 2. You can cut it, you can rip it, you can do whatever you'd like. Just somehow we want to end up with two pieces of paper. Or if you want to use 2 fresh pieces of paper, that's fine too.
I just like when they're a little bit smaller. So I've got them kind of in these sizes here. Okay, so we can do it together if you'd like. I've got my sheet of paper here. It's just a scrap paper. I'm just gonna fold it and then rip it in half because I actually don't have scissors around me, but that's totally fine. So on your loose sheet of paper, on your scrap piece of paper, we're working at rubbing with two pieces of paper. Okay, awesome. From here, we're gonna take our first piece. Actually, I just want to make sure that I'm not moving too fast for anyone. Could I just get everyone to write in the chat if you're ready to go, or if you need a few more minutes after the breathing, or how we're doing? Okay, awesome. Cool. Awesome. Okay, good. It can be a bit tricky with Zoom to know if everyone's following. And again, no worries if you're not. You can do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable right now. But okay, we're gonna take our first sheet. We're gonna take our pens. On this sheet, I'm gonna ask that you write down anything and, oh, we've got someone else just joining. Just let them join. Hi, welcome. At this point, we're just taking one of our sheets of papers and we're ripping it in two or cutting it in two so that we're ending up with two sheets of paper. I just ripped mine in half, okay? Just so everyone knows what we're up to. Okay, so from here, we're gonna take one of our small pieces of paper and our pens and we're gonna do what I'm just calling a brain dump. I don't know if anyone uses that term, if you've heard about it before, but from here, I would like you to write down anything and everything that has been on your mind. So this can be anything that you're stressed about, an event that has happened, a person who is so annoying, or you just, anything. Just a reminder that we are not sharing these. No one is going to read this, okay? This is for you. This little piece of paper is your permission in this time right now to write down anything. You can use any kind of language you want. Just get it out of your head, okay? So we're gonna have the next few minutes here to just take up this whole space on here. Take up the whole space. You can draw, you can write, you can scribble, whatever you need. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that as well. We can all do it together. Just anything that's building up in your mind, that's been circulating, that you can't seem to let go of. Something that's stressful or frustrating. Remembering that there's no right or wrong here, okay? This is your time to just really get it out, to explore. There's no rush with this. If you finished, that's awesome. Feel free to just scribble around on your paper. If you're still going, keep on going. Remember that there's no need to use full sentences or proper grammar. You can jot notes, you can draw a picture, just whatever you need. Anything that's building up, that you've been hanging on to, that's been feeling heavy. Okay, I'm gonna give everyone 1 more minute to really, to keep writing. Okay. If anyone needs more time, please tell me in the chat. I want this to be a safe space for anyone. I don't want to rush you at all. Okay, I'm going to take that as we're all ready. If not, continue writing, that's totally fine. We're gonna take our papers, our little papers, we're gonna fold them in half, okay? Fold them again if you'd like. Just nice and small so they can fit in the palm of our hands. So as tiny as you'd like. Okay, from here, hold them between your palms, clasp your fingers, whatever's gonna work, just hold it tight. I'm gonna have you sit up tall once again, wherever you're seated. Maybe it's on the ground, maybe it's on the floor, maybe it's on your bed, maybe it's on a chair. Closing down the eyes, rolling your shoulders back, holding your paper between your palms. Reflecting on everything that you just wrote, whatever the words were, whatever the people were, the events, holding them here, inhaling here, and exhaling. I know it's probably pretty uncomfortable right now, bringing these stressors to real life, writing them out, bringing them to your attention. Now holding and staying with them. I encourage you to stay with these feelings for 1 more breath together. Can we do that? Holding these stressors tight, inhaling together, letting your abdomen expand in your chest, rolling your shoulders back, holding here, and exhaling through your mouth. You're doing amazing. We're gonna do this 1 more time, holding together at the top, holding your paper tight, feeling the energy and the uncomfortable feelings that are rising, inhaling together, holding here, And as you exhale, you're going to unfold your paper and rip it into tiny pieces. Rip it up as fast, as hard as you can. Exhaling, inhaling gently, and exhaling as you continue to rip. Ripping up all the pieces as small as you need, as fast as you'd like. Using the breath and exhale as a tool for this letting go exercise. Ripping them up nice and small, making little pieces of confetti all over. You can clean it up later, don't worry. Noticing how you're feeling as you continue to rip up the tiny piece. I've got lots here. I hope yours is looking the same. Don't be shy, continue ripping. My apologies if you can't see on my camera, but I am ripping. And there is lots of little pieces here. Once you've finished, just piling those over to the side. You can dispose of them later. We won't need them now. No one can read them. And from here, we're just going to close our eyes once again. Sit quietly, sit gently. Breathe together and just notice how that felt. That is one of my favorite letting go exercises. I love it because you can take it with you anywhere. Putting pen to paper is an amazing way to physically get any thoughts or feelings out. And then ripping it up, you can also burn it if you had a lighter in a safe place, is another great way to physically really let that go. A lot of people always say, oh, let it go. You got to work on letting it go. But what does that mean? How do we let it go? Well, here's an example and a physical technique for you. Using the breath to exhale as you physically rip or burn it is a great way to let it go and work at creating space like we talked about earlier. I hope now we're all feeling a little bit more clear, maybe like we have a little bit more space in our minds where those negative thoughts, feelings, events, and people were taking up too much real estate. From here, we're taking our second piece of paper because we ripped it in two. If you don't have one, grab one out of your book or another spare piece. Anything will do. On this paper, I would like you to write down something you're proud of, or something that makes you smile, okay? That could be an animal, that could be a friend, that could be an event, or maybe something that has happened recently that you're proud of, or anything that makes you smile. Something very small, like your morning coffee or tea, or just something, okay? Write it big, write it small, do a design, whatever's going to make you smile or feel proud or a little bit of positivity. We're writing that on this paper. This paper, we're folding in half when you're ready. So then we're folding in half. We're holding it between our hands, our palms. Again, wherever it feels nice. Holding it close to our heart. Sitting comfortably, closing down the eyes. Breathing in for 2 deep breaths here. Inhaling, feeling the belly expand, breathing up into your chest. Bringing to mind the thing, person, event, whatever you wrote on your paper that makes you smile. Bringing a gentle smile to your face. Gently exhaling through your lips. Feeling the chest contract. Gently softening. One more time. Focusing on the word, the image, whatever you wrote down. Inhaling to expand. Bringing a gentle smile to your face. Holding at the top and exhale. Gently opening the eyes. This one we are not ripping up. We're going to open it back up and just keep it somewhere close by so you can look at it. Okay, so that's kind of your anchor, your grounding point. If anything's feeling a little bit stressful, a little bit tricky, just come back to that, okay? Okay. Now that hello everyone, welcome. Now that we feel like we've arrived a little bit, we've got our positive anchoring over here. We've done a little bit of letting go, a little bit of breath work. I've got some more journaling for us. So I'm going to try to share my screen. Please bear with me if it takes a moment or two. I'm not too familiar with Zoom, but I think I've got it. Okay. Now, I don't know. Can everyone see my slideshow I've got here?
I can see the breathing thing.
Yeah, same.
Yay!
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, good. I'm so glad. Okay, because I can't see the chat box at this point. So it was going to be tricky to tell who could see it. Okay, amazing. I'm glad we're all here. Okay, this is what we call box breathing or square breathing. Maybe you've seen it before, posted around. It's becoming a little bit more popular. I love this. You can actually just Google it and search it and find it if you find it helpful. There are different photos of it. I just picked this one because I liked the colors. My apologies if it's a little bit hard to see. Okay, so for this, it's really great because we have an actual visual to follow as we do some breathing. So we're going to start at the very top here at the inhale portion. So the point of this box is to literally go around the square with your eyes. You can use your finger to follow if that's a little bit easier. So basically, each line you're going to follow for 4 seconds. So we're starting at the top left-hand corner, and then you follow the inhale, and you count for 4 seconds. So inhale for 4. You get to the right corner of the box. It says hold. Your eyes will follow it down, holding your breath for 4 seconds. You'll arrive at the bottom here. It says exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your eyes will arrive at the left-hand bottom corner of the box. And then you'll gently bring your eyes and your gaze upwards where it says rest, counting again to 4. So you can go 4, 3, 2, 1. Now what it means by rest here is hold again. So we're holding our breath again. And we'll go through this. So I'll do a count just to guide us through the first few. If my voice is getting annoying, feel free to put me on mute. I don't mind. But yeah, we're gonna sit with this for a few moments and just follow the box, okay? So from left, going through the square, all the way back up, and just really focusing on those 4 seconds on the inhale, holding, exhaling, holding. Okay, I think we've got it. So together, getting comfortable once again. So we're going to inhale, starting at the top for 4, or I'm not sure, for 1, 2, 3, 4, holding the breath, 4, 3, 2, 1, Exhaling through your mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Inhaling at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling here through your mouth and softening. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. We're at the top. We're doing this 2 more times. You're doing amazing. Stay with me. Inhale. You can close down your eyes if you'd like. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Filling up with air and holding here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. Holding. One more time. Inhaling. Holding. Exhaling. Trying to get all that air out. Holding here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Now letting your breath come back to normal. Gently breathing. Beautiful. Well done. If that felt uncomfortable, just noticing the feelings. Coming back to your word that was on our second piece of paper, okay? That's your grounding point. That's your anchoring point. We're going to move on to the journaling portion. As we move through this, I've come up with these as I kind of explained at the beginning about reframing or creating space from our inner critic from taking over and allowing space for maybe a more positive, softer, kinder voice to begin to step in. Okay, so these journaling prompts are going to be framed around that. If any of them don't sit well with you, don't do them. It's totally fine, okay? Okay. I think someone got kicked out. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Journaling. So as we continue on, whether you've got scrap paper or a book like me, it doesn't matter. Remember to write freely. Try not to judge what comes to your mind, okay? We're just gonna write it out. This is a safe space for you once again. No one's gonna read it. Try to be honest with yourself. There's no need to hide here or erase anything. Listen to your inner voice and honor what it has to say. So again, this is the time for those negative feelings or thoughts and emotions to come out. This is a safe space. Let them come out. Don't judge them. Listen to them. Be patient with yourself. Okay, I know it's hard. Breathe deeply and slowly like we've been doing. And try to enjoy. Okay. So the first one we've got here is, what types of things do you typically judge and criticize yourself for? So in your book, you can just write number 1. And again, this is your safe space. So what types of things do you typically judge and criticize yourself for? Whatever came to mind, jot it down. No need to use full sentences, no need to make it look pretty. Okay. No rush here. Using this again as a safe space and taking what you'd like, leaving what you don't want. Once you've jotted down a few things for number 1, you can look down to number 2. So number 2, I have, what language do you use with yourself when you notice a flaw or a mistake? What language? So, what words come in? What names do you use to describe? What adjectives do you use to describe yourself, or maybe others? Maybe if you're thinking about someone else too. What are those words? What's the language? What's the tone? What first comes to mind? Don't be shy. Don't judge yourself. Try not to judge yourself here. I encourage you to just let it come out. Okay. Can someone come off mic and tell me if they need more time for this? If you're ready to go, you can stay off your mic.
A little bit more.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. How are we doing?
I'm good.
Oh. Okay. So from here, how could you reframe your language to be more kind, supportive, and understanding. How could you reframe your language to be more kind, supportive, and understanding? List words of encouragement and kindness. Okay, so thinking back to number 2, that we just wrote some things down for about the negative language that we tend to use. Now I'm encouraging you to reframe that. So look at what you wrote down. Is there a way that we could maybe add in some more kind, supportive, curious, understanding words in there or phrases? Feel free to write this as number 3 on your paper. Feel free to write the kind, positive word beside number 2, whatever you think will work right now. If this feels hard, you can think of it as, what if your friend was telling you what you wrote for yourself in number 2? What if they were saying those things about themselves? How would you speak to your friend? You would most likely reframe their thoughts and tell them encouraging, supportive ones. Try that. Use this space as if you were talking to a friend. Use it to be a little bit more gentle and kind. So what I have here on the next screen is, they go together with this number 3 as well, is, if you feel like it, or just stick with number 3 or the last slide as reframing, you could also use this setup. So on the screen, I've made 2 columns, criticism on the left, statement of encouragement on the right. This could be a nice framework for you to work with in your journal, in your book. So the self-criticism on the left, I have an example at the bottom here on the page. Maybe it is, I'm so clumsy. Maybe that's how you describe yourself if you bump into something or break something or drop something or make a mistake. So then your statement of encouragement on the right could be, I bumped into the table again. It is a good reminder to stay present and pay attention. Okay, I have another example under that. Your criticism might be, I can't do anything right. So your statement of encouragement could be, well, that wasn't quite what I wanted, but if I keep practicing, I'll get better at it. Okay, so these are going to just be totally individual. Those were just some examples. Yeah, and it might feel really tough right now to think of a statement of encouragement, and that's okay. This this table you can leave in your journal. You can just kind of make a really quick jot note of it and come back to it later. Maybe all you can come up with right now are the criticisms on the left side. That's totally fine. I encourage you to leave the space on the right for when you're feeling up to it, to add in a little bit more kindness to yourself, a little bit more support and understanding to yourself. Or maybe reframing it as if you're talking to a friend. If your friend said the criticisms you're saying to yourself, what would you tell them? We aren't usually mean to our friends, So why are we mean to ourselves? This is a great activity to come back to. Like I said at the beginning, the goal for tonight was to begin to create space by putting pen to paper, getting out of our head. We're beginning to create a space. We're beginning to notice and become aware of our inner critic and our negative thoughts, our self-criticism. It can be really hard to put it to paper. It makes it feel real. We don't want it to feel real. We want it to stay up there. I encourage you to just get it out. I encourage you to create this space. There's an author I like, Michael A. Singer, and he says, "I am not my thoughts. I am the one witnessing and observing them." I am not my thoughts. I am the one witnessing and observing them. If we can continue to learn and to practice, just noticing what's coming up for us. Maybe keeping a little note section in your phone. Sometimes I do that if I don't have pen or paper. Creating a note section of things that are happening, feelings or feelings, stressors, anxieties, just writing them out. Sometimes that's just enough to get them out. But just to begin to notice them is a huge step, and it will really, really help to start plant the seeds to maybe a day from now, a couple weeks from now, a couple of months from now, to then take that further. Maybe it'll become easier to bring in statements of encouragement or positivity. I'm going to click to my next slide here. So some self-compassion phrases to use for statements of encouragement. Could be any of these. Feel free to take a photo of this with your phone. I don't want us to run out of time here. So I've got, "It's okay to feel this way. I'm doing my best. I will forgive myself. I will get through this. This is really hard. I'm not alone. It's okay to take a step back. Everyone makes mistakes. I am only human. I am not my thoughts. I'm the observer of them." Okay? These are nice little reminders. I know it's hard. So as you go about your day, notice when you're using harsh or unkind language with yourself, and try to reframe your language so it's more self-compassionate. Okay, it's a practice. It's going to take time. I know we want results right away. We're in an age of instant gratification. I know we just want to feel better, feel healed. This is a practice. This is why we practice. Days are hard. Life gets hard, okay? These techniques and activities like ripping up the paper tonight can really help. Writing things down and replacing them. The more you do it, like anything, it will become easier. I promise. You can take a screenshot, a photo of this, whatever you'd like. I like this, this I just found online, but these are all really great self-care things. Putting yourself first, asking for help when you need it, setting boundaries, staying at home, saying no. Remember to take care of yourself so you have space to care for others. Can't care for others unless we fully take care of ourselves in all avenues. Okay. Let me do this here. All right. So I had one more thing I wanted to do, everyone. Just gonna try to stop sharing here. Okay. So I was worried that Zoom would just kick us off. I didn't know if we just had an hour. If you have to leave, please go ahead. You don't need to stay. I know it was just meant to be an hour. I just had one last little meditation that I was hoping to leave us with, okay? Feel free to finish writing whatever you're writing, no rush at all. If you feel ready, you can close up your journal, move your papers to the side, and just have one last thing for us here. When you're ready, closing down your eyes, sitting comfortably, readjusting, getting comfortable, setting your pen down, putting any distractions to the side. From here, rolling our shoulders back, sitting up with a straight back, closing down the eyes. Noticing your breath, letting the shoulders sink down, letting your jaw become heavy. Releasing any tension that's in the neck or shoulders or back with your exhale. Keeping eyes closed, breathing deeply. Noticing the peacefulness of being quiet. I know we've just covered a lot here, just staying with the breath, keeping eyes closed. If your mind begins to wander of what else you're thinking of or doing tonight, gently bring it back to this moment, to the breath, to my voice. I'm gonna ask you to put your hands over your heart. You can take one hand, you can take both hands, whatever you'd like, or keep them on your knees, but I'm gonna bring mine to my heart. Put your hands over your heart to remind yourself that you're bringing not only your attention, but your loving attention to this experience. Feel the warmth of your hands and the gentle pressure and how your chest rises and falls with every breath, keeping eyes closed, gently feeling your heartbeat. Now bring to mind a person or any other living being, maybe an animal, who naturally makes you smile. Whomever naturally brings you happiness. Bring that person, that animal, that something, someone. Bring it here in vision to your heart. Let yourself feel what it's like to be in the presence of this person. Breathe here, imagine them. Now recognize how vulnerable this loved one is, just like you, subject to sickness, aging, and death. Also, this being, this person, wishes to be happy and free from suffering, just like you and every other being. Repeat softly and gently, feeling the importance of your words. So repeat in your mind as you picture this person. May you be safe. May you be peaceful. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. When you notice that your mind has begun to wander away, return to these words and the image of this loved one. Savor any warm feelings and go slow. So again, repeating in your mind to this loved one, feeling your heartbeat. May you be safe. May you be peaceful. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Now, adding yourself to your circle of goodwill. Leaving your hands over your heart or bringing them there if they weren't there already. Feeling the warmth. Repeating to yourself, leaving eyes closed. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. This time, visualizing yourself from head to toe, noticing any stresses or discomfort that may come up with this, and offering kindness instead. Once again, picturing yourself, breathing through here. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Now take a few breaths here. Just sit quietly, savoring the goodwill and compassion that flows naturally from your heart that you have just created, brought to life. Breathing here. Whenever you're ready, gently opening your eyes, bring your arms down. Okay. So just coming back full circle to the beginning, just reminding everyone what our goal was tonight. So our goal was just to begin to create space. So creating space within the mind to notice and become aware of our inner critic and our negative thoughts and feelings that tend to be the first one to jump forward in many situations. So beginning to notice those and what our inner critic is trying to tell us, but more importantly, just beginning to create a space. Coming back to the quote I said, beginning from Viktor Frankl, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response, our reactions. In our response lies our growth and freedom. Okay. Sometimes all of this can feel a little bit tricky. I hope the breath work helped calm you and ground you this evening. I hope our journaling was good to put pen to paper and get the physical action of getting those negative thoughts and feelings out. And I hope the ripping technique is something you can bring forward as a strategy, something to help in any given situation. Okay,